Yeah, Suresh Gar, I welcome to our Tendrils Talk-22. Yeah, in this
Hi.
talk, I request you to cover um,
Mm.
regarding the solar energy because we are eagerly waiting to know about solar energy, how to use this solar energy for domestic use as well as industrial use. So,
Yeah, good evening, everybody. This is Bhavani Suresh. I represent Suntech Energy Systems Private Limited. We are into system integration, and also we are in this field from last 15 years. 2008, we started this business. I'm into renewable energy since 2008. So we majorly focus on solar power, especially rooftop and ground mount projects, net metering projects most. These days, if you see, consider previous years, like last 2-3 years, the demand for solar increased a lot due to the awareness and also the price reduction. Cost reduction is also there. So for that reason, a lot of people are opting for solar for residential, commercial, or for any industrial use. So basically, solar power majorly used in used for net metering actually. So these days, people are going for net metering than off-grid systems because there are no much power cuts these days. So people are opting for net metering where whatever so power is getting, the units are getting generated through solar will be consumed on the same day, and excess units will go back to the grid. So can I explain about on-grid systems, because this is the product which is mostly used in renewable energy?
yes, sir,
You
yes, sir, I
want?
can.
Okay. So on-grid system, how it works is every household, office, or industry, they'll be having one meter fixed by electricity department. That is called unidirectional meter. That means like whatever power we are consuming, only that is going to get recorded. So when we are going for solar, the discom people will replace that unidirectional meter with a bidirectional meter, where that meter records the generation also. That means whatever power we are consuming minus whatever units we are generating, difference only will get the bill at the end of the month. So that is how it is. And initially the process starts like this. Like once someone is interested to go for solar, whether it is residential, commercial, or industrial, the first step is we have to apply for the feasibility with the discom. So discoms are SPDCL, NPDCL in Telangana. So like that, every state got its own discoms. So the first process is like in every electricity bill, we can find CMD. CMD means contracted minimum demand. Contracted load will be there. So for residential, we will be getting 100% feasibility. For example, if our CMD is 5 kilowatt, we'll get we will get the eligibility. We are eligible to install 5 kilowatt rooftop system. And for industries, if our CMD is 100 kilowatt, we can only install 80 kilowatt. That means 80% of the CMD only we can install. So this is the first step where we apply for the feasibility, and these discount people will give us the approval to go ahead to install the solar power. So once we get the approval from discoms, we supply the system, we install the system. Once the installation is done, we have to apply. We have to submit the work completion report, where we have to discoms again to the same department, stating that the work has been completed, and we request them to replace the meter with a net meter. So once they visit, once they are satisfied with everything, they will replace the existing meter with a bidirectional meter, and then they will synchronize this to the grid. So once this gets synchronized to the grid, from that day we can start using the solar power, and whatever units are getting generated from morning to evening through solar, that we will consume on the same day, and excess units will go back to the grid. I'll give you an example. For example, for a residential purpose, if we are installing a 5 kilowatt system, each kilowatt generates around 4 units per day average. That means 120 units per month a kilowatt of solar power generates. For example, 5 kilowatt, when we are talking about, 20 units will get generated. That is the minimum what we are assuring, 365 days if you take the average. So the 20 units, for example, from morning to evening, if we are consuming around 10 units, the remaining 10 units will go back to the grid. So morning, whenever the generation starts till the generation gets completed, if we are consuming 10 units and total generation is 20 units, all that units are getting used by solar. So these excess units will go to the grid, and at the end of the day, end of next day, if our consumption is more, that can be used in the next day. And like that, every day that gets carry forward at the end of the month. So whatever units we are consuming in the night time and whatever units we have exported in the daytime, difference units only you are going to get the bill. That means End of the month, if your consumption is around 2000 units and your generation is 1500 units, only 500 units you are going to get the bill. And that is also at that slab, whatever slab we are falling in. So that is the advantage with this rooftop system. The same applies for residential, commercial, or for the industrial. This is the general working principle of solar rooftop system. So, and coming to these benefits, what we get generally for solar system when we are installing, earlier days, the cost of the rooftop system used to be very high. So these days, people are almost everyone who is constructing a new house are going for renewable energy, especially solar energy, because the house construction cost increased a lot. Even the property land costs have gone up a lot, but the solar costs have come down drastically. Earlier days, when you go back around 8 to 10 years back, 1 kilowatt installation used to cost around 1 lakh rupees per kilowatt. I'm talking about today. For industries, we are doing 1 megawatt at 3 crores. That means 30,000 rupees per kilowatt. That is one of the cheapest, I can say, in last 10 to 15 years time. This is the cheapest price whatever we are getting this time. From last 1 to 2 years, the prices have dropped down a lot. So considering those prices, the payback period is hardly 3 years. Within 3 years, we're going to get our investment back. And also, many banks are coming forward to fund. So we are getting loans at around 8 to 8.5% without any collateral. So especially for industries, most of the people are opting for this because they are also getting the depreciation benefit. So depreciation benefit is not like assets what we buy or machinery what we buy. It is 40% year on year. So in solar energy, the depreciation year on year is 40%. So many advantages are there going for solar, especially for industries. Even residents also, we are today, the tariff has increased last few months back also, government increased 1 rupee per unit. So even in future, definitely the prices are going to be shot up, because last few days back, we had a meeting with the energy minister and also secretary, Mr. Rijvi. They told us that because of this free power or any some other reason, we can expect some hike in industrial tariff also. So so many changes are expected in next 1 to 2 months time. That is leading people to go for solar energy. So these are the benefits of solar energy, and also the major benefits. If we talk about 4 to 5 major benefits, the temperatures under the solar, if it is industrial shade, almost 4 to 5 degrees temperature loss will be there. For example, if it is 40 degrees when it is without solar, it will be around 34, 35 degrees with solar. And also the life of the shed increases because the sunlight or the rain is not directly falling on the shed, because these panels are going to protect it from sunlight and rainwater. So many other benefits are there going for solar. As I said, like depreciation benefit is there. Payback period is hardly 3 months, and many banks are coming forward to give loans at very low interest. So these days, what industries are doing is, for example, if they are going for 100 kilowatt system and they are investing from 35 lakh rupees for a 100 kilowatt system, their monthly EMI is coming less than what they are saving on electricity bill. That means, for example, 100 kilowatt system, if you're going for an industry and they are generating around 400 units per month, per day, that is almost coming to around 12,000 units per month. 12,000 into 8 rupees is the unit rate. That means they are saving around 1 lakh rupees per month, and their investment is only 33, 34 lakhs. That means even if we are going for loan, whatever we are saving monthly, only 60% of that you are paying towards EMI. So whatever you are paying to electricity department, we are paying that to the bank only for 3 to 4 years, and after that, the life of the system is 25 to 30 years. So after 3 to 4 years, every unit, whatever you are generating, is free of cost. So 100 kilowatt system payback period is hardly 3 years, and 22 years or 25 years, you're going to enjoy it free of cost. These are the benefits with solar energy. And even for residents also, that is the same. So that is how people are opting for solar energy. So this is about rooftop system and solar power. If you have any doubts, we can discuss on it. Or if you want me to go to the next subject, whatever recently Modi has launched one new program in solar energy. So I attended one event 3 days back at Delhi with Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, and we have complete clear picture of the scheme. So we'll go ahead with the scheme. If you have any questions about rooftop system and its benefits or any other thing related to solar, First, we'll complete that session and we'll go back to that scheme.
Yeah, Suresh here, can you explain about for 10 kilowatt, what is the investment requirement like that? And what is the space requirement also for housing purpose?
Okay. Yeah, for residential, if we talk about for a 10 kilowatt system, because generally, as I told, like each kilowatt generates around 120 units. So what we do, first step in this is like once someone calls us for a solar inquiry, we send our person to the site. We see the site condition, how it is. Do we need to go for a regular structure or we need to go for a elevated structure? Because shadow area, we need to consider shadow free area. 100% there should not be any shadow even on the corner of a panel. So even if shadow falls on corner of a panel, 1% of the panel also, the total generation gets affected. So we have to consider morning 9:30 to 3:30, it should be a complete shadow free area. So our team will go to the site. They will inspect the site. They will identify the space accordingly. We will prepare the quotation. And also, as I said, like electricity bill, there is a CMD kind of a thing. All that we will check. 100% of the CMD we can go for the installation. As I said, 1 kilowatt generates around 120 units. What we do, we take your electricity bill, check your last 1 year consumption, average consumption of last 12 months. So we'll get yearly average consumption. Basing on that, we suggest the customer what capacity they should go for. So we decided to go for some 10 kilowatt if we are saying, because 10 kilowatts generates around 40 units per day, around 1200 units per day. They can save around 12,000 rupees per month. So if someone's electricity bill is around just thumb rule is like every kilowatt 1,000 rupees it will save per month. So basing on that, whatever you are paying, if you are paying 3,000 rupees per month, you can go for 3 to 4 kilowatt. If it is 5,000 rupees, you are paying 5 to 6 kilowatt, you can go for. Because unit rate is around 7 to 8 rupees. 12 and 120 units is what you are going to generate per kilowatt into 8 rupees. That is nearly coming around 1,000 rupees per kilowatt. Right? The space required to install 1 kilowatt system is 70 to 80 square feet. I'm talking about considering the open spaces also for cabling or whatever space we take, panel to panel gap and all. 70 square feet you can take in an average. 10 kilowatt means we need around 700 square feet of shadow free area. And coming to the cost, a 10 kilowatt system costs you somewhere around 5.1 or 4.8 to 5.2 lakhs in bit. Depends on the elevated structure or the regular structure. 4.8 lakhs to 5.2 lakhs after the subsidy, government subsidy. Any other questions?
So, what type of models you using for this one, sir? Rooftop
See,
models.
these days the latest is the monocrystalline panels, because earlier days the size of the panel, I'll tell you, it is 1.2 meter by 2.2 meter, the size of the panel, and the weight of the panel somewhere in between 22 to 23 kgs. So
23 kgs. Okay.
that's called
Okay.
monocrystalline panels these days people are using, and the wattage of the panel is 545 to 550 watt. 1.2 by 2 size panel, wattage maximum watt today in mono is 550 watt. So
Let's
days,
go to the let us go to the Surya scheme, because already it is 8:15.
okay.
We can take up the rest of the question. We can take up at the end.
Okay, right. See, so recently on I think 22nd of January, after this Ram Mandir inauguration, he launched one new scheme. Mr. Modi launched one new scheme, that is PM SURYA GHAR. PM SURYA GHAR, Muft Bijli, they said, but it is not Muft Bijli. That is all wrong. So they are not giving anything free of cost. Earlier that scheme was planned, but actually practically that is not possible to execute. So what they are doing is, they increased the subsidy up to 3 kilowatt. Earlier, the subsidy was for a 3 kilowatt system, the subsidy was 54,000, but now they have increased that to 78,000. So earlier for a 3 kilowatt system, after subsidy, consumer used to pay around 1.6 lakhs. Today, consumer has to pay only 1,15,000 to 1,20,000. Maximum of 1,25,000. Again, depends on the size. So that is what they have done. So first 1 kilowatt, it is 30,000 subsidy. Second kilowatt, it is 30,000 subsidy. That means for 2 kilowatt, we are going to get 60,000 subsidy. And for third kilowatt, it is going to be 78,000 subsidy. All put together for a 3 kilowatt system, government is giving us 78,000, central government is giving us 78,000 subsidy. So after that, our cost is going to be around 1.2 to 1.3 lakhs. Subsidy is only till 3 kilowatt. Above 3 kilowatt, there is no subsidy. That means even if we are going for 10 kilowatt also, we are going to get only 78,000 rupees, but not beyond that. So above 3 kilowatt, there is no subsidy now. This is the very latest circular which we received around 15 days back. And coming to the further, what they have done is they are giving loans. They tied up with many banks. Central government tied up with many banks. In the national portal itself, we can log in and we can apply for the solar. And we are going to get loans at a very cheaper rate. That is around 7 to 9% in between diminishing I'm talking about. For the difference amount. For example, including subsidy, the cost is 2,06,000. For example, 78 is the 78,000 you're going to get the subsidy. For the difference of 1.2 to 1.3 lakhs, we are going to get loans at cheaper cost, 7 to 9 rupees. So what happens here is like whatever you are saving from electricity bill after the subsidy, you are just paying that towards EMI for 3 to 4 years. And again, the same what I said before, after 3 to 4 years, you're going to generate your own electricity at free of cost. This is about the scheme. Consumers can apply it online or they can approach companies like us for this program. So we are empaneled, Suntech Energy Systems empaneled with Surya GHAR also, national portal in AP, Telangana and few other states. So our operations are there in 4 to 5 states, and every state we registered for this scheme, and we can install these systems across India.
What is the eligibility criteria?
There is no eligibility criteria, sir. Everyone can apply for this scheme, and everyone are eligible for this. See, there was a confusion in the market in between last 1 week. We got some news in WhatsApp or in many other channels stating that we need to have one salary. The income range should not be more than 1.5 lakhs, and some they should be white card holder, BPL families and all. But that is not there. All that is not there.
Sir, we are staying in a gated community. About 20 people are there. So can all the 20 people get this subsidy, sir?
When you are having an individual meter with you, every house, if they are having an individual meter, definitely they will get this. Everybody will get the subsidy.
We have individual meters in our gated community.
Everyone is eligible. That should not be an Elmiser meter, which is a private meter. It should be a government meter provided by discoms. Then only you will get that subsidy. Individually, everyone will get that subsidy.
Can anybody come and check up and advise us on this particular from your company?
You can please note my number. It is 9000.
Sir, can I repeat it, sir?
Yeah, can you write in the chat box?
Yeah, sure. I will tell, and also I will put it in the chat box. 9000.
Correct.
939.
Okay.
444.
It is your number, no?
My name is Suresh. Yes, this is my number. You can send me WhatsApp on the same number, location and your electricity bill. My person will come and inspect it maybe tomorrow or Monday, and they will guide you with the further process. And
you are MD of the company?
I am the managing director of this company, yes.
Okay, because we got some industrial use also. We'll discuss later on that.
Sure. Okay. I will take
Can
your
you
number
tell right now? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions, please?
Sir, you will work at Karnataka also?
Yeah, we are opening our office in Karnataka, but right now we are operating through one of our dealer there. But we are opening our office in Bangalore and Mysore, 2 locations. We are getting our offices, and we are already empaneling with governments and state discoms for subsidy program. Maybe by mid of March we can start giving you the services there.
Okay, sir. Okay. This one, sir, farmers pump set also you can do the solar system, sir.
That is PM Kusum. The new scheme is coming up. A few states are implementing it. That is a different scheme. We are yet to get the complete guidelines of that program. We are going to get it very soon. Once that comes, definitely I will let you know.
Okay, sir. Models, which company will be used, sir?
See, we as a system integrator, generally we prefer few companies which are tier 1 companies, megawatt scale manufacturing units they have. And we also leave to the customer's choice. If they are preferring some brands, definitely we'll do that. But as a complete system, it is supplied by as a Suntech brand. It will come as come on Suntech brand. We are responsible for the services, warranties, and everything. And we are giving 7 years guarantee on the inverter and 25 years guarantee on solar panel. So these are the two major components in our system. So this is how it is, and we have a good technical backup. We have 120 employees with us, complete in-house. We do everything, installations, designing, execution, everything is done by us. So we are completely equipped with it. And we do a lot of megawatt scale projects also for industry. Done a big size industries across India. And residential have installed more than 4,500 systems. And Suntech got awarded by the government last Ajay ka Amrit Mahotsav. Every state they identified a company and they gave awards. And Suntech got award for the state of Telangana 2 years back. So we have everything in house. We do everything in house.
Sir, any of our women want to become a dealer, what could be the procedure?
See, one more important thing I will tell you, sir. You can download one app by name Suntech Solar from the App Store. What that app do is like Suntech Solar. Okay, you can send your inquiries, your name of the person who is interested to go for solar and the number. What we do, like our backend team will speak to the prospective customers, and if that is going to get materialized, the person who is going to download that app and the person who is sending us the inquiry will be incentivized, and that incentive they can redeem it online. There is an option called redemption in the app itself, so it's a very good incentive structure we are giving, because I don't want them to get involved in site visits, collecting the documents and all, because that is a very lengthy process and technical process. So what we do that all those steps, and we incentivize them. So it's a very good incentive structure. People started earning around ₹1 lakh per month sitting at home. So people can download it from App Store, Suntech Solar. The app name is Suntech Solar, and they can sign up with their mobile number. It's a very user-friendly app which we have developed. And you can even knowledge gaining is also there. We have put in a lot of information in that, like question and answers about solar energy. They can even promote with their number and name from the app itself. So it's a very good tool. And dealers, because we generally don't encourage dealership, because it's a service product, and tomorrow if the dealer is not going to be there at the end of the day, our brand name is going to get affected. So wherever our network is there, wherever we supply directly, and wherever we are installing, our service team is going to be there. So we're going to be very careful and very clear in that particular, because this is not a distribution product. This is not a product which don't have any service. This is a service product, and our team should be there locally. So that reason we don't prefer dealers, but we work on commission model, and that app works very, very effectively.
So we started Karnataka, sir, and any training is given, sir, in Karnataka team?
What we are doing is like every 50 members, whoever are downloading that app, and we get that in, and we are fixing some slots for every 50 training. We are going to complete training, end-to-end training, how to get an order, how to close an order, all that stuff we're going to train. And if you're interested, you can download the app, your interest, and also, or you can even write a mail to me, or you can send me a WhatsApp about your interest. Our team will approach you and they will guide you how to take the things forward.
How about industrial power, sir?
Sir, industries, I'm telling you, most economical way of, because see, today I'll tell you, sir, government is restricting industries because they are losing their revenues, because this is the cheapest power what industries are going to get. So everyone is going for solar. Most of the industries are going for solar because that is cheapest one. Because, and one more thing, as I said before also, I started our meeting with industrial solar only, because that is the most effective one and very useful one for all the industries. Investment is less, payback period is very less. Advantages are many. So what, if there is any specific question regarding industries, I can clear it.
Like, central government is supporting for housing purpose only. Likewise, for industrial purpose also, central government is supporting.
No, sir, because in already the cost of the prices have come down a lot. The government is losing because promoting solar. And the most advantage for any industry is they can get the GST input, and also they are getting 40% depreciation. That itself, I'll tell you, 40% depreciation is not a small amount. That is, within 4 years, you are going to get 25% of your investment back in the way of depreciation. So income tax benefit, 25% of the investment. Just imagine. That is huge within 4 years.
Likewise, state government is also giving any subsidy for solar rooftops. Only central government.
No, only central government is giving. But day before yesterday, we had a meeting with Power Minister, Mr. Bhatti. I'm also there. I'm also a part of that meeting. What they are planning is, because these 200 units power, whatever they have committed to the BPL families, below poverty line families, that is not for everyone. That is what I thought, because I don't want to comment on that much, because guidelines have not yet come. But my understanding is they are planning, Telangana government is planning this free power of 200 units only for BPL families and white card holders and specific people. It's not for everyone. So that 200 units, instead of giving free power, they are planning to go with solar by taking the advantage of central government subsidy and giving whatever difference, 1.2 lakhs, they are trying to give the contribution from the government, and they are just working on it. There is no clarity on it. That is how they may be promoting, but regular people, there is no subsidy or any benefits from state government. There are no other benefits from state government.
I think state government will come through REDCO. REDCO will be responsible for the giving subsidy to the 200 units.
Today, I'll tell you, this program is run by Ministry of New and Renewable Energy, Government of India, through DISCOMs, state electricity departments. But in our state, what DISCOMs did is they have given this whatever, only the inspection part has been given to TS REDCO. So after installation of the system, they are going to inspect the site, and they will be giving that information to DISCOMs, and DISCOMs in return are going to send the data to MNRE. TS REDCO cannot directly send that information to MNRE. So that is how it is. The role of TS REDCO role majorly in Telangana is solar for government institutions. All government institutions, if they are planning to go for solar, they are going through TS REDCO. But private, there is no control of TS REDCO.
Okay.
Yeah. Soon we are expecting some changes in policies also. Very soon we are going to get state solar policy, because the state solar policy is almost 2008. That means almost around 16 to 17 years old policy. A lot of changes we are expecting soon. Maybe even our Chief Minister also mentioned about coming up with a new power policy as well as solar policy. We are expecting it maybe mid of March maximum.
Captive power is also allowed nowadays.
The captive and open access, these permissions government is not giving, but central ERCs, it is very clear we can go for captive or open access. But in our state, DISCOMs are not allowing us, or they are not giving us permissions actually for this open access and captive. So we represented government a few days back, and also we represented CMD, new CMD, Mr. Musharraf of DISCOMs. So they are positive about solar, but we need to wait and see whether they give permissions for captive, because they're working on it actually, but we are yet to get the proper guidelines. But as of now, there is no policy.
Captive, maybe because we are getting cheaper rate, there's a reason government is not allowed.
What you mentioned when we discussed about captive, major load comes in the morning hours and in the peak hours. I can say peak hours are morning 6 to morning 9:30 and evening 6 to evening 7:30. They are the peak hours of electricity where DISCOMs are buying at 10 to 11 rupees. Rest all they are buying at 3 to 4 rupees. So solar is not getting generated from morning 9:30 to evening 6 o'clock. That is the major issue. For that reason, government is not encouraging solar energy. But for us as a consumers, definitely that is a benefit. Solar is a benefit for us. But for government, as they are paying more in these peak hours, they are not encouraging solar energy. See, what they mentioned in our last meeting is, if we can come up with energy storage, then they will promote solar energy. So if 1 megawatt energy storage costs around 2.2 crores to store generate and store energy for 4 hours, 1 megawatt for a 1 megawatt system. It is costing almost 2.2 crores today. I'm not talking about solar. I'm only talking about energy storage plus the solar cost. Almost it is coming to 5 crores per megawatt. Not 5, it is almost 5.5 to 6 crores per megawatt.
How
So
about
that is
rooftop in that case?
rooftop, there is no problem. See, rooftop till 1 megawatt industries can install. There is no problem. I'm only talking about captive and open access.
Okay.
Where
No, in solar rooftop, can they store the energy for the maybe for the evening purpose?
It is very expensive and maintenance, because every 4 to 5 years you have to replace the batteries, which is a very expensive subject. So people, because and there are no power cuts, especially to store it, because our tariff, because if you go to European countries, the tariff fluctuates. Morning to evening there is one tariff, peak hours there is another tariff, like that. That is there in Europe. For that reason, first choice is solar energy, second choice is storage, third is mains power from department. So these are the three layers of power. But in India, it is flat. Use in the morning hours, afternoon, night, anytime it is the same. And power cuts, there are no much power cuts in India, especially in Telangana. So there is no fun in going for storage system in Telangana.
Okay, can you type your number, because I think some of the participants are asking.
I'll just mention.
Yeah, Suresh గారి నెంబర్ అక్కడ మెసేజ్ లో టైప్ చేశారు. ఎనీబడి వాంట్ మేబీ యూ కెన్ వాట్సాప్. Sir Maresh గారు, ఎనీ క్వశ్చన్స్? Because we have only 3 minutes left. Yeah, Maresh garu, do you have any questions? Swapna.
సార్ గవర్నమెంట్ హాస్టల్స్ మనం ఏమైనా టేకప్ చేయొచ్చా సార్, సన్టెక్ నుంచి?
యా తప్పకుండా. మనం ఏదైనా చేయొచ్చు. సోలార్ పవర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ ఎక్కడైనా మనం చేయొచ్చండి. పవర్ లైక్ ఎక్కడైనా చేయొచ్చు. యూ ప్లీజ్ కాల్ మీ టుమారో మార్నింగ్. డెఫినెట్లీ విల్ డిస్కస్ ఇన్ డీటెయిల్ అబౌట్ యువర్ రిక్వైర్మెంట్.
ఎస్ సార్, ఎందుకంటే కర్ణాటకలో నేను యాక్చువల్లీ ఎలక్ట్రిసిటీ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అండ్ సో మెనీ ప్రాజెక్ట్స్ ఉన్నాయి సార్, దాన్ని డిస్కస్ చేసాం సార్ మార్నింగ్ సార్. ఓకే, రైట్ సార్.
మనం 1-to-1 విల్ డిస్కస్ ఆన్ దట్.
రైట్ సార్, షూర్ సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
ఓకే అండి, థ్యాంక్ యూ.
Any questions? Otherwise, we will conclude the meeting. Any questions, Swapna, Vishweshwari, or Sangeeta garu? Any questions? Yeah, I think we can
Ajay
conclude.
garu, thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you.
So many nice people, gentlemen and gentlemen. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And definitely anytime, not only now, anytime, whenever you want any kind of suggestions or any kind of things related, I'm always available.
Sir.
You can use my services.
Sir, hello sir.
Yeah, madam. So, Swapna garu, cheppandi.
Actually, we have a farmland. So actually, we are thinking to make it somewhere regarding the solar over there. So can we have any options like that?
See, for what is the purpose of that installation? You want to use it for your own purpose, or you want to sell it to government?
No. Sell it to the government back.
That provision is not there in Telangana now. Government is not buying private now.
Okay.
From solar, yes.
Okay.
So if you have a factory, or if you have any house or farmhouse or anything, see, for your captive usage, you can definitely go for solar today in Telangana. But open access and captive PPAs are not there in Telangana now.
Okay. Because actually we heard that it is possible, but as you're saying, that is not possible right now.
Definitely we will let you know, because that has been in the notice of government, and government is working on it, the state government. So but that is going to be some size they are expecting. Definitely I will let you know what the guidelines.
Okay sir, surely.
Yeah. Thank you, Suresh garu. Thank you very much for your time, and you have given a very insightful session about the solar energy and how the government is supporting. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you so much.
Have a Good night and have a happy Sunday.